It all began on August 20th, 1977. A modest spacecraft, no larger than a family sedan, roared into the sky from Earth's embrace. Its name was Voyager 2, a machine born of human ingenuity, tasked with a mission so ambitious it seemed almost reckless: to explore the outer giants of our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Few dared to dream it would endure beyond a handful of years. Yet defying all expectations, this small probe became humanity's farthest-reaching creation, a solitary emissary venturing into the cosmic void. Now, after 45 years, it has transmitted images that have shaken the foundations of science and stirred the depths of our collective imagination. The mission was audacious from the start. Voyager 2 was to weave through the solar system, capturing glimpses of worlds so distant they were little more than specks in Earth's telescopes. It unveiled Jupiter's turbulent storms, Saturn's ethereal rings, Uranus's enigmatic tilt, and Neptune's sapphire storms, swirling in a realm of eternal twilight. Each planet revealed secrets, moons that defied logic, some spewing volcanic fire, others cloaked in fractured ice. The images were breathtaking, rewriting textbooks and igniting wonder. But when Voyager 2 sailed past Neptune in 1989, its primary task was complete. The planets were charted, their mysteries partially unraveled. Most assumed the mission would quietly fade, a triumphant relic of a bygone era. Instead, Voyager 2 turned its gaze outward, toward the infinite, and embarked on a journey no one could have foreseen. For decades, the spacecraft drifted in silence, far beyond Pluto, beyond the heliosphere, the protective bubble of solar wind that cradles our solar system. In 2018, it crossed a threshold, piercing the boundary into interstellar space, a realm of profound cold and unrelenting darkness. The cosmic ocean stretched endlessly before it, a vastness where light from distant stars takes millennia to cross. Yet despite its age and the unimaginable distance, over 12 billion miles from home, Voyager 2 continued to whisper data back to Earth. Its faint signals, carried by a transmitter no more powerful than a refrigerator bulb, reached the antennas of NASA's Deep Space Network. Scientists listened, marveling at the probe's resilience, but nothing could have prepared them for what came. In early 2025, the images arrived without warning. Voyager 2's cameras, relics of 1970s technology, were never meant to capture the wonders of interstellar space. Their resolution was crude, their capabilities dwarfed by even the simplest modern smartphone. After the Neptune flyby, the imaging system had been powered down, its energy diverted to keep the probe's vital instruments alive. But in 2025, during a routine maintenance check, engineers sent a command to reactivate the cameras one final time. A whim, perhaps, or a quiet hope to glimpse the unknown. For days, the cameras stared into the abyss, capturing only the expected: faint starlight, cosmic dust, the emptiness of the void. Then something changed. A single frame revealed a shadow, a faint, triangular silhouette, illuminated by the ghostly glow of distant stars. At first, the anomaly was dismissed. Cosmic rays, a lens flare, a glitch in the aging hardware. Any explanation seemed more plausible than the alternative. But the next transmission brought clarity and unease. The shape appeared again, sharper this time. Its position shifted ever so slightly. It was no error. Engineers adjusted the exposure, coaxing the cameras to their limits. What came next defied comprehension. The images showed an object, vast and incomprehensible, spanning dozens of miles across. Its surface glimmered faintly in the infrared, revealing intricate geometric patterns, angles too precise, symmetries too deliberate to be natural. Most chilling of all, it seemed to shift in response to Voyager's presence. As if aware of the tiny probe drifting through its domain, the final image was unlike anything before. A pulse of light flooded the frame, a blinding flare that overwhelmed the camera's sensors. Then, static. The imaging system fell silent, never to respond again. Voyager 2 itself continued to function, its other instruments humming along, but the cameras were done. Scientists pored over the data, their minds racing. Was this a cosmic phenomenon, a trick of light and shadow? Or had Voyager 2 stumbled upon something far stranger, an artifact, a relic, a presence that no telescope on Earth had ever detected? The object, designated Anomaly X7 by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, defied every known category. Its size, its structure, its apparent awareness, these were not the hallmarks of asteroids or comets. Then came the second shock. Just 72 hours after the final image, Voyager 2 did something inexplicable. It moved, not a drift or a wobble, but a deliberate rotation 14 degrees eastward, aligning its antenna with uncanny precision toward Earth. In 45 years, the spacecraft had never altered its course without a command. Engineers scoured the telemetry searching for a cause, a thruster misfire, a software glitch, a collision with debris. None held up. The maneuver was too exact, too purposeful. It was as if Voyager 2 had chosen to act, to send a message across the light years. The implications were staggering. Had the probe encountered something that prompted this change, something that compelled it to turn and speak? The data offered another clue, one that sent chills through the scientific community. Voyager 2's magnetometer and plasma wave instruments, designed to measure the invisible currents of interstellar space, detected a signal, a low, rhythmic hum, repeating every 17 seconds. It was not random noise, not the chaos of cosmic radiation. The pattern was structured, almost mechanical, like a distant beacon pulsing in the dark. Experts in signal processing were called in, their algorithms dissecting the data. What they found was astonishing. Embedded within the hum were binary sequences, patterns that suggested intent. When translated, they appeared to form a countdown, a sequence converging on a single moment, July 28, 2025, mere days away. The world was unprepared for the news. NASA, cautious by nature, released only fragments of the story, citing the need for further analysis. But whispers spread, fueled by leaked reports and grainy images shared across the internet. The triangular shadow, the geometric object, the countdown, these became the stuff of fevered speculation. Some called it a natural phenomenon, perhaps a cloud of exotic matter, or a gravitational lens bending starlight. Others saw something more profound, evidence of intelligence, a relic of a civilization older than the stars themselves. The debate raged, but one fact was undeniable. Voyager 2 had captured something no human eye had ever witnessed. The implications stretched beyond science. Philosophers, theologians, and dreamers grappled with the questions. If this was a constructed object, who built it? Why was it there, in the desolate reaches of interstellar space? Had Voyager 2, in its quiet journey, stumbled upon a sentinel, a watcher left to guard the boundaries of our solar system? The countdown added urgency to the mystery. Was it a warning, a welcome, or something else entirely? Governments, quietly convened task forces. Observatories turned their telescopes toward Voyager's coordinates, and the public held its breath. The date loomed, a ticking clock in the collective consciousness. Yet, amid the speculation, there was awe. Voyager 2, a machine from an era of slide rules and punch cards, had ventured farther than any human creation. It had seen worlds no one else could, touched the edge of the infinite, and now, perhaps, glimpsed something beyond comprehension. Its images were not just data, they were a mirror, reflecting humanity's place in the cosmos. Were we alone, or were we being watched? Were we explorers, or intruders in a realm not meant for us? The probe's silence now felt heavy, its final act, a gesture that seemed to say, "Look, listen, prepare." As the countdown neared its end, the world turned its eyes to the sky. Telescopes strained to catch a glimpse of the region where Voyager drifted, but the distance was too great, the object too faint. Scientists analyzed the data tirelessly, searching for patterns, for answers. Some argued the hum was a natural oscillation, a quirk of plasma waves in the interstellar medium. Others pointed to the precision of the binary, the eerie alignment of the probe's antenna. The truth remained elusive, but the questions it raised were profound. What did Voyager see in its final moments of sight? What force could prompt a machine to turn unbidden toward home? The legacy of Voyager 2 is one of courage and curiosity. Launched in an age of uncertainty, it carried a golden record, a message of music, greetings and images meant for any who might find it. Now it had sent back a message of its own, one not inscribed by human hands. The triangular shadow, the glowing structure, the rhythmic pulse. These were fragments of a puzzle that might take decades to solve. Or perhaps they were a call, a signal meant to awaken us to the vastness of what lies beyond. As July 28, 2025 approached, humanity stood on the edge of the unknown, united by a single question: what happens when the countdown reaches zero? The visuals fade to a silent cosmos. Voyager 2 a speck against the infinite dark. Its journey, begun in hope, now carries a weight no one could have imagined. Out there in the cold expanse, something may be waiting. Something that saw our probe, that heard its faint signal, that answered in a language we are only beginning to understand. The stars have always called to us, but now, for the first time, they may be calling back.